Hello everybody, welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac sign of the Red Hawk, and it is for the month of December. I will be doing a medicine wheel spread. I'm using the Tarot of the Light and Shadow. So I'll be pulling the initial spread from the Tarot of the Light, and then I will clarify with the Shadow Tarot, and then at the end of the reading, I will pull three main themes from the Sacred Forest Oracle cards. Okay, so before I actually get started on the reading, I just want to note the fact I find it kind of interesting in your reading, Hawks, that all of your cardinal directions, including the center, are the major arcana. Okay, you have the Hermit, the Star, the Chariot, the Fool, and the Wheel. And then the other directions, so the southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast, are all the minor arcana. So I find that a little bit interesting. Just wanted to comment on it. Okay, so let's get started for the Hawks. We always start in the center of the wheel. And for you, we start with the Hermit. And now this is in the light. So the Hermit in the light would say that this month you could find yourself needing a little bit of solitude, um, just to gain some wisdom. So I do feel you kind of withdrawing a little bit at some point. It may not be for the whole month, but at some point through the month of December, you're probably going to want and almost require a little bit of time to yourself. So I would say make sure that you give that to yourself this month. But let's clarify that Hermit energy. So with the Hermit, we have the Two of Wands. So again, this is a card of action versus idleness. Um, so it kind of says that with that Hermit, that, again, you're going to have to discern or decide or choose when is the right time for you to be idle, for when is it a good time for you to sit in that hermit mode, to seek that solitude and the inaction, and then when is it time to start taking action. So I would say Spirit is kind of saying allow yourself the pause. I would kind of say it's you need this solitude probably at the beginning of this month. Um, and again, you will gain in this solitude, you are going to gain wisdom. And then once you have that wisdom, that is where the action is going to come into play. So you're going to sit in that idleness of solitude for a little while this month. Once you have gained that wisdom, then you will be called to action. Next, we go to the east of the wheel. And in the east of the wheel, we have the stars. Now, I do find it interesting because number 11 of the Earth count that sits in the east of the wheel here is the stars. Um, what also sits in the number 11 spot of, in the great teachers is raw power. So I see you very much sitting in your power. And again, I think that this is going to probably come from that little bit of hermit mode that you go into at the beginning of this month. The wisdom I feel like you may gain is you're going to find your North Star. You're going to find your direction in life. Oh, it's a big, that's a big thing. Yeah, I feel a lot of you Hawks are going to find your direction in life. You're going to find that North Star, the thing that you are drawn to, and that as you work towards, you will find that it is fulfilling for you and it fills your soul. But let's clarify that star energy. Whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness. All right. Give me 1 second, everybody. My apologies. Butterfingers. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. So with the star, we have the Knight of Wands. So I would say, like again, in having that solitude, finding the wisdom, finding that North Star. Um, it's almost kind of saying, so the Knight of Wands is coming up in the shadow. So first of all, the Knight of Wands is a card of being very passionate about something and moving forward. But again, this is coming up in the shadow, so I would make sure that uh, so it kind of the message that's coming through is that um, I think you may get this spark or have this passion to pursue something while you're still in that hermit mode. And it Spirit is just kind of saying, don't rush yourself out of that hermit mode. Okay, even though you feel that passion, allow that to actually build. Okay, because once that passion builds, and like I said, once it's actually time to take action towards that North Star, you are going to need your energy for sure. So again, I would say just don't rush that hermit mode, or really allow yourself that time. Okay, next we go to the west of the wheel, and here we have the chariot. So the chariot is all about movement. So for some of you hawks, I actually feel like some of you could be moving or considering moving. And it kind of feels like there could be a couple directions that you are thinking of. So I kind of feel like maybe you're not moving just yet, but the thoughts of moving are there. Now, again, like I said, I would caution with that Knight of Wands in the shadow of rushing into anything. So I'll just put that out there. But let's clarify this chariot. So with the chariot, we have the King of Serpents. And the King of Serpents, so this would be the King of Pentacles. And this is about being on the path um, to I don't know, earthly treasures, I guess is the word that's coming through. Um, so it kind of says that, again, I feel like you do need that solitude, that time. And if you take that time and you follow that no North Star, uh, it is going to lead you down a path of again, success in the earthly sense. So this would probably be like monetary, um, following your North Star, following your heart and your dreams towards something. This could be very financially beneficial. And actually, I kind of feel like that could be what this move is about for some of you too. You may be moving for work or a job or some sort of income. Like there's some sort of it's a financial reason for this move. But let's keep going and see where this leads. So we go to the southwest, or sorry, southeast of the wheel next. And here we have the Page of Serpents. And this would be, and it's actually kind of interesting. So the Page of Serpents or the Page of Pentacles, this is a card of uh, possibly receiving good financial news. So some of you may be receiving good financial news this month, and it actually kind of makes sense with that chariot and that King of Serpents. So this, like I said, this could all be kicked off by some sort of news that you receive, and that is going to kickstart this flow of, like I said, I feel like it is money. I feel like it is monetary. But this news is going to be what kickstarts the flow of this monetary money. We're going to say money. But let's clarify this Page of Serpents. So with the Page of Serpents, we have the Page of Cups. So I kind of feel like this news that you receive, this good financial news, could be coming from somebody who is a bit of a dreamer, okay? And I kind of almost feel like you might question this news a little bit. when it first comes in, because like I said, this person tends to be quite a bit of a dreamer. So you might kind of get the news and be like, yeah, right. But Spirit is saying, no, it's actually legit. This news is for real. So listen and pay attention to any news that's coming in for you. Next, we go over to the southwest of the wheel. And here we have the Page of Cups in the light. Okay, so you had the Page of Cups in the shadow. And again, in this area, again, I do believe that this represents somebody else who is often seen as somebody who is just uh, dreamy, or uh, they could almost be considered flaky, is a word that's coming to me. But the Page of Cups in the light, uh, this is again, it's a card of following your dreams. And I love it because it comes up in the southwest of the wheel. And this is where our dreamer animal sits. It is where the sacred dreams of life sit. So even though that this news could be coming from somebody who, like I said, is a little bit of a dreamer themselves, could be a little bit on the flaky side, this is actually going to awaken a dream in you, and cause you to want to follow your own purpose, your own dream. And again, you did have the star too, again, which is following your North Star, following your light. So I do think you're going to find that this month. And again, it's kind of saying don't be afraid this time to dream big. Okay, dream really big. But let's clarify that Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. So again, the Queen of Cups is about valuing your feelings and emotions. So I would say coming up with the Page of Cups, and being that it's in the shadow, um, don't allow feelings from the past to get in the way of you following your dreams now. For some of you, perhaps you have already maybe tried to take a step to follow your dream, and it didn't work out for you the way that you wanted to. And it kind of feels like there could be some fears about venturing out and trying again. Um, Hmm. So, like I said, I would not focus. I would make sure that you are focusing your emotions for your higher good. Okay. So again, don't sit and dwell in emotions from the past. Okay. Allow yourself to sit in the joy and the happiness of dreaming today, is what I would say. Next, we go to the northwest of the wheel. And here we have the Two of Serpents. So this would be the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance. So it's my work hard, play hard card. So again, like I said, I do feel like you need that solitude, but this month is definitely going to be about balance. It's going to be about, like I said, that action versus idleness, okay? And it's going to be about you knowing when to put the work in, and knowing when to allow yourself the time to rest, and or allowing yourself to have a little bit of fun. Sometimes we get working hard on something and we forget to have fun. So again, just keep that in mind this month, to stay in balance. But let's clarify this Two of Serpents. So with the Two of Serpents, again, we have the Four of Swords. So again, and this is coming up on the Shadow deck. So I would say that you definitely haven't been allowing yourself that rest and relaxation. So definitely do that this month. Don't get just caught up in the go, go, go of things. Allow yourself that solitude. Allow yourself that time to gain that wisdom, to find your North Star. It's going to those the wisdom and that guiding star for you, like I said, is not going to come when you're go go go, busy busy busy. It's actually going to come to you when you take that time to rest and care for yourself. Okay, so I have noticed here, Hawks, that I've gone kind of gone a little bit out of order, so I will have to go back. But again, I trust that this was for a reason. So we're going to keep going with it. Okay. So next I'm going to go to the northeast of the wheel. And here we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands kind of says that uh, it's it's like the wounded warrior card, okay? So it kind of says that you have fought through something, you have battled through something. Now it does say that you have come out victorious on the other side, but you haven't come out completely unscathed, if that makes sense. Okay, so it does say that even though you won the battle, you were victorious, you may still have some wounds from the battle that need to be healed. So let's clarify that Nine of Wands. All right, so with the Nine of Wands, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Um, so again, it's kind of saying that what is going to help you heal those wounds from the battle is being passionate about moving forward. Like I said, there was you had the Knight of Wands as well, which is also about being passionate. Um, so like I'm getting the passionate, but actually what's coming through is compassion as well. It's like you need to give yourself some compassion, um, and allow yourself again that healing time after this battle that you have had, so that you can heal those wounds. And it kind of says that there's something that you need to learn. I would almost kind of revisit anything. Like I said, if you have been battling something, um, I would kind of go back and review what happened and everything that happened, because there is a lesson in there for you. The pages are all about learning. So there's something from this battle, a lesson that you need to. I don't think you've realized that lesson yet, but it's there. So I would revisit, kind of go back over things just a little bit. Don't dwell on things, but just kind of revisit, see what happened, and what led to what, and see if you can kind of like connect the dots. I would say, because there is a lesson in what just happened. So I hope that is helpful. Okay, so now we will go back to the cards that I missed. And it's very interesting. I never do that. I'm usually pretty good with the orientation of the medicine wheel. So the fact that I missed these two cards, there's some sort of importance in there. So I'll start down in the south here. And here we have the Fool. So the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith. It's a card of new beginnings. Um, and again, I kind of feel like you will be starting a new beginning, but you're just coming to the end of a cycle. You haven't you know come to the new beginning yet. You're still ending the last cycle, but you are coming up, and this is where that Four of Swords energy comes from. That resting, relaxing, and recovering. You're going to have to allow yourself, as this cycle comes to an end, you're going to have to allow yourself that time to rejuvenate yourself, because you do have a new beginning that is coming up fairly quickly for you, where you're going to have to take a bit of a leap of faith. But let's clarify that Fool. So with the Fool, we have the Ten of Serpents. So the Ten of Serpents, or the Ten of Pentacles, is a card of building and leaving a legacy. So it just kind of says that, this new beginning is going to allow you to leave a different legacy than what you maybe thought you were going to leave behind, which I think is going to be actually much beautiful and brighter than what you originally thought. Next, we go up to the north of the wheel. And here we have the wheel. um, Now, the wheel in the light, I would say this is kind of saying that, fortune is going to be changing for you for the better. Okay. Um, there are going to be a lot of changes happening this month for you, but all of these changes are going to be for the better, for the higher good. But let's clarify that wheel. So with the wheel, we have the Two of Serpents in the shadow. So you had the Two of Serpents in the light, and now we have the Two of serpents in the shadow. So again, I would just reiterate to make sure that you are allowing yourself that resting, relaxing, and recovering, and that you are allowing yourself both the work and the play that you need. And again, I do think that allowing yourself that rest and recovery is what's going to allow you to have the fortunes change in your favor. So I love it. Beautiful. Okay, so now we will pull the three main themes for the Cougars for the month of December. Okay, so we start with Pine Spirit, Purification, Meandering Pathway, Flow, and Daffodil Fairy, New Beginnings. So, as again I said, I definitely see new beginnings coming in for you with that Fool card that you had, and I do feel like things are going to be, like I said, changing in your favor, especially like I said with that Nine of Wands, that Wounded Warrior. It really does feel like some of you have really gone through it this year. Okay, and I think you are actually, I'm feeling like you are kind of looking forward to the end of the year, and to beginning the next year, starting the new year fresh. Um, and you've got purification and flow. So I think there is a lesson for you in going with the flow and not trying to um, control everything. Just allow things to happen this month. And again, I would also say with the flow too, um, the flow is resting as well. Okay, so go with the flow. Go with how you feel. Trust your body and what your body is feeling. If it's telling you to rest, rest. And then you have purification. So I do feel like you're just going to feel purification. You're going to feel almost like a rejuvenation by the end of this year. Especially when you, like I said, you take that solitude, you go into that hermit mode for a little bit at the beginning of this month, and that is really going to purify your soul, and it's going to, I think, give you a different perspective on things and a different way to look at things. So I love it. Great cards, Hawks. Thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like to as well. Any of those things really does help my channel out, and I really do appreciate it. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.